Hey guys, and welcome to my video tutorial for Feral Druid WeakAuras. First of all, big thank you to the Feral Druid community for all your feedback. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to make these WeakAuras better and what they are at this present point in time and continue making them better as well. So let's go through all the changes that have been made and also what's in this WeakAura pack. So first of all, on the right hand side here, I have my Emerald Nightmare debuffs. You can grab these off my partner's WeakAura page. I'll pop that in the link down below. On the left, we have two sets of WeakAuras. The first one I'm going to talk about you don't necessarily need to use in this pack. That's a buffs and procs WeakAura. So any neck enchants, we're looking at potions, and any trinket that gives you a buff will pop up in this. So that's anything at this present point in time. That will be updated throughout Legion as well. Below this is the buffs for Druids only. So this is for all four specs. This is for Feral, Resto, Guardian, and Moonkin. We just consolidated those together, so you only had to add the one string. This includes things like Survival Instincts, Berserk, and things like that. Down below, we have our main HUD here. So in the main HUD, what we actually have is up the top, we have our predatory swiftness buff. So that's that indicator, and that's going to pulsate as well when that's up and available. We have our 2 stacks of blood talent on the top right hand side. The bar that you see going across here, so grey and orange. Orange indicates that Tiger's Fury is ready. Grey indicates that it's recharging, and orange draining will indicate that it is being used currently. Underneath this, we have our Savage Roar, and this is not limited to Soul of the Forest and also Incarnation. So that's going to dynamically change as you change talents as well. The green on all of these icons indicates Pandemic, so that's your sub 30%. And across here, we've got Rip, Rake, / Ferocious Bite. So it will enter into Ferocious Bite once you're in that execute phase. It will change back if you haven't got that bleed back on the target, if you had to target swap. Then we have our Moonfire for Lunar Inspiration and Thrash there. Now underneath here, ignore the ones, we have a yellow and a red. So yellow is going to indicate that that bleed was applied with Tiger's Fury or Dot with Moonfire, and the one on the right hand side is Blood Talons if it was applied with Blood Talons. Underneath that, we just have our simple 5 combo points to keep track of that, and then underneath we have our energy bar. Now this energy bar in particular is actually dynamic and will change. It depends what form you're in. So as you can see, you can go bear form and you're going to have rage. And underneath we just have our standard cooldown. So every cooldown dynamically change as you change specs. So if we have a look here, if I jump into Wild Charge, that's going to change down there. Renewal, Displacer, and the same with those other ones that I was talking about there. Another thing with the Lunar Inspiration, we do have the Moonfire dot timer there. And if it's changed to Blood Scent and Predator, it's actually going to change that to a passive but grayed out. Okay, so I'm just going to hit this target dummy just to show you guys what it's actually going to look like when you put some dots up. And forgive me, I'm not a very good Feral Druid. I used to play in Wrath, but I'm just going to hit it just to get some dots up. So as you can see, if I put on Tiger's Fury and I hit the boss, well, the training dummy, apply Savage Roar, that's going to come up, and then we have our Predatory Swiftness here as well. So I'm just going to keep using that and applying. And we're going to see just everything in the Pandemic. So I'm not hitting the boss of it, the training dummy, obviously, to do any damage here. Okay, so I think that gives you a bit of an idea of how it's sort of going to work and what indicators that you are actually going to get as they're happening. So if you guys have any feedback about these WeakAuras, feel free to contact me on the Druid Discord, which I will link below. Also, I just created an account on Fluid Druid. Feel free to post on there any feedback, and I'll always be updating these WeakAuras. Always really open to that feedback. So thanks, guys. I hope you really like these.